AI Business Brief for July 10, 2026. OpenAI launched GPT-5.6 Luna Terra Sol with 54% better token efficiency for coding tasks, while Anthropic shipped Claude Reflect to track your AI usage patterns. Meta entered the Agentic coding battle with Muse Spark one.one, priced competitively with smaller frontier models. Industry execs are warning that token costs need to drop 90% for widespread enterprise adoption. Here's the full breakdown of today's top AI stories for your business. Next section, lead story. Next section, OpenAI ships GPT-5.6 and debuts ChatGPT work after regulatory review. After a 2-week limited preview restricted to government-approved organizations, OpenAI received the Trump administration's greenlight to publicly release GPT-5.6. The new flagship model family comes in 3 sizes, Luna, Terra, Sol, with pricing from $1/$6 per million tokens, Luna to $5/$30 Sol. OpenAI's biggest claim is around long-running agentic performance, where all 3 models outperform Claude Fable 5 on the agent's last exam benchmark. The company is positioning GPT-5.6 Sol as a lower-cost alternative to competitors' most powerful models. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman says Sol is 54% more token-efficient for agentic coding tasks, which helps justify the spend on agents, but also cuts into revenue per task. The model suite includes new API features worth testing. Programmatic tool calling, models can compose and run JavaScript to orchestrate tool calls, multi-agent capabilities, spin up subagents for parallel work, and explicit prompt cache breakpoints. OpenAI also launched ChatGPT work, combining ChatGPT and Codex into a unified experience for non-technical users. It connects to Slack, Gmail, Google Drive, calendars, and CRMs via a plugins directory and can create documents, spreadsheets, presentations, and web apps. This is a direct competitor to Anthropic's Claude Cowork. If you're building agent workflows or need better coding assistance, the GPT-5.6 family is worth testing against your current toolchain. GPT-5.6 announcement technical details. Next section, tools and launches. Next section, Meta Muse Spark 1.1 competitive agentic coding model. Meta released Muse Spark 1.1, its first model with API access and a direct competitor to OpenAI and Anthropic's coding models. The pricing is aggressive. $1.25 per million input tokens and $4.25 per million output tokens, putting it roughly in line with Claude Haiku 4.5 and GPT-5.6 Luna. Meta is positioning this for large agentic workloads, bug fixes, and code migrations. The company claims strong performance on agentic tasks, tool use, and computer use. If you're cost-sensitive and running high-volume coding agents, this is worth benchmarking against your current model. Meta also hinted that more models are coming soon. Meta Muse Spark 1.1 launch model evaluation report. Next section, Anthropic Claude Reflect. Track your AI usage. Anthropic launched Claude Reflect, a usage analytics dashboard that shows you what topics you discuss with Claude, your usage patterns, peak usage times, and task delegation habits. You can set quiet hours and schedule break reminders. The feature is available in beta for free, Pro, and Max users with memory turned on. This is part of Anthropic's broader push to position Claude as a thoughtful AI collaborator rather than just a productivity tool. The dashboard will eventually show total time spent using Claude. Reflect won't pull from sensitive conversations or health integrations and doesn't train on your data. Claude Reflect announcement. Next section, FL Studio 2026, AI Assistant Engineer inside your DAW. ImageLine upgraded FL Studio's AI chatbot Gopher from an instruction manual to an actual assistant that executes commands. You can now ask Gopher to lay down a 4-on-the-floor kick, add snares on the backbeat, and apply gated reverb, and it will execute the instructions. Limitations: it can't create automation, insert notes into melodic tracks, or select specific presets inside plugins. The company says it's not training AI on user data. This is a free upgrade for existing FL Studio users. If you're in music production or run a studio, this is a genuinely useful time saver for setting up drum patterns and routing. FL Studio 2026 announcement. Next section, Business Playbook. Next section, Deutsche Telekom rewiring Telecom with AI. Deutsche Telekom, serving 300 million customers and employing 200,000 people, is going AI native across customer service, employee workflows, and network operations. The company has 50,000 plus monthly active users of ChatGPT Enterprise and API tooling, with a 546% increase in AI tool usage since the beginning of 2026. They are embedding AI directly into voice calls, live translation, in-call assistance, post-call summaries, without requiring customers to adopt new apps. Deutsche Telekom is also using AI to optimize mobile network performance in real time, adjusting resources dynamically as demand shifts throughout the day. Chief Product Officer Jonathan Abrahamson says AI-powered customer service is still early, but believes it will outperform traditional support models as systems gain more context. This is a blueprint for how large service organizations can adopt AI without ripping out existing infrastructure. Deutsche Telekom case study. Next section, Lyzr raised $100M using its own AI agent. AI agent startup, Lyzr used its own agent, Claude, to run its $100 million Series B fundraise. The agent fielded questions from more than 130 investors, drafted investment memos, and tracked which slides backers lingered on. The company reportedly pulled in $400 million in interest without founders flying to Sand Hill Road for coffee meetings. This is the cleanest possible product demo. The agent closed the round that funded the company building the agent. If you're building agent software, this is your case study. Lyzr fundraise story. Next section, pricing and access watch. Next section, token costs need to drop 90%, says Palo Alto CEO. Palo Alto Networks CEO Nikesh Arora says token costs need to drop as much as 90% to promote large-scale AI adoption. He called for token efficiency to improve to 20% of current costs over the next 12 months and 90% by the following year. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman says GPT-5.6 is 54% more token efficient for agentic coding, which Arora called a good start. Palantir CEO Alex Karp recently blasted the token model entirely, saying enterprises are going to chillax and waste my time with tokens. The token pricing problem is pushing businesses toward cheaper open-weight models, including Chinese models closing the gap with American labs. If you're running AI at scale, budget for token costs to keep falling, but don't bet on 90% reductions in the next 12 months. Arora's comments on token pricing. Next section, Microsoft 365 Copilot now powered by GPT-5.6. GPT-5.6 is now the preferred model in Microsoft 365 Copilot across Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Chat, and Cowork. Microsoft says the update brings stronger performance per dollar and on-demand capability for complex tasks. In Word, it can draft, edit, and refine documents with fewer rounds of prompting. In Excel, it can support deeper analysis while using tokens more efficiently. This comes after Bloomberg reported that Microsoft was replacing some OpenAI software with its own in-house MAI models to cut costs. OpenAI is using this announcement to signal that the partnership is still strong, though what preferred model actually means isn't entirely clear. Microsoft 365 Copilot update. Next section, industry moves. Next section, OpenAI shuts down Atlas browser, redistributes features. OpenAI is shutting down Atlas, the AI-powered browser it launched in October. The company is taking Atlas agentic browsing features and redistributing them across ChatGPT's desktop app and a Google Chrome extension. The new ChatGPT Chrome extension gives the chatbot access to the context of the page you're viewing, lets you ask questions about web pages, summarize content, or start longer tasks from the browser. It's a direct competitor to Google's Gemini side panel. OpenAI's desktop app now includes a more robust browser that allows users to browse websites, log into accounts, download files, and interact with web pages without leaving ChatGPT. This follows CEO Fujimo's direction to cut back on side quests. The takeaway, the browser is a feature, not the destination. Atlas shutdown announcement. Next section, Meta's new AI chips begin production in September. Meta is on track to start making the latest versions of its AI-specific chips in September, according to an internal memo. The company is working with Broadcom on chip design and TSMC for manufacturing. Meta is using a modular chiplet approach, anticipating that needs will change as AI evolves. The chips are expected to help the company save on buying GPUs from NVIDIA and AMD, though Meta still expects to spend heavily with those providers. The company plans to deploy 7 gigawatts of compute this year and double that next. Meta expects capital expenditures between $125 billion and $145 billion this year, much of it going toward AI efforts. Meta's chip production timeline. Next section, Paris voice AI startup Gradium raises $100M seed. Gradium, a Paris-based voice AI startup, reopened its seed round to new investors including NVIDIA and has now raised $100 million total. The company is using the cash to open a Bay Area office and compete for talent there. Gradium is working on audio models that deliver voice at scale with ultra-low latency, AI voices that respond almost instantly. Since its December launch, Gradium has landed customers, including French auto manufacturer Renault. Competition is fierce in voice AI, with 11 labs valued at $11 billion in February and major model makers like Google's Gemini offering voice capabilities. If you're building voice-first products or customer service automation, Gradium's ultra-low latency claim is worth testing. Gradium fundraise. Next section, quick wins. API integration platforms for AI workflows. If you're building AI agents that need to connect to multiple software as a service, tools, check out Zapier, building safely with AI, Tray, blended skill-level teams, or Workato, regulated industries. All three now support AI agent readiness, MCP, and expose integrations as callable tools for AI agents. Full API integration platform roundup. Retail automation starter stack. If you run a retail business, start with automated inventory management, real-time tracking, automatic reordering, chatbots for customer service, ManyChat for common inquiries, and automated email campaigns. Constant Contact for welcome emails and birthday offers. You can cut costs by 10-20% and boost service levels by 15%. Retail automation solutions. Next section, Outlook. Token efficiency is the story this week. OpenAI, Meta, and others are racing to offer better performance per dollar, but enterprise buyers are still complaining that AI is too expensive to deploy at scale. Expect more model launches with aggressive pricing in the next few months. The browser war for AI is over before it really started. AI companies are building features, not destinations. And the agentic coding category is heating up fast, with OpenAI, Anthropic, and Meta all shipping new models this week. If you're building coding workflows, this is a good time to benchmark all three against your current toolchain. That concludes today's AI Business Brief. From Carolina Clear Tech, stay smart, stay ahead.